All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, as always, wanting all praises, honor, and glory.
So Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash.
I'll give double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone. All right, and a sincere shalom to the elect out there, teaching His truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. All right, now you had, we're going to start off with Proverbs. All right, because you had an incident where someone in it was IUIC, correct? Where someone in IUIC got shot, man. Okay? And the Spirit is on brothers to address this, man, because we've been telling y'all for years, beginning with our apostles, we ain't supposed to be going to no damn hood, man. Because when you go to the hood, you're just asking for trouble. Okay? You're supposed to be amongst all different kinds of people. When you read in Revelation, there's a great multitude, many different kindreds and tongues. Okay? But that's what kind of spirit these other camps are coming in. They're coming in that hip hop. Gotta have the Kodak Blacks. Okay? And their ministry. Okay? Coming in that bullshit spirit, man. But really, when you go to the chief places of concourse, okay, you got all walks of life.
Yeah, I can say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I was just at the store before y'all pulled up, and I seen this girl I know. I was like, oh, she worked right here at the Hilton. I mean, Hyatt, whatever this hotel is. And she was like, she said she be seeing this all the time. Like, I didn't even know she be seeing this, but she said she always see us when we over here teaching. So the people gonna know where to come. They see us and they talk, and like anytime I seen her before, she never said nothing about it, but she been seeing us. The people know where people teaching at. But what these other groups do is like for instance, when the top shooting happened in Buffalo, IUIC came, ICPK came, the other group from Buffalo was there. All the Israelite groups came, and like they came from out of town. They like to go where
it's so-called hot.
Yeah, and they do that for attention.
Yep.
All right, you had the Juneteenth, and you had Israelites going up there.
I heard it was IUIC out there.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. They go up there. It's a whole bunch of people. Them people who be at the Juneteenth, everybody think they Africans. So why would you go amongst them people? They went up there and converted 0 people. When IUIC was up at the top thing, it's a video on YouTube with like over 100,000 views because they was about to get beat up there.
Yep, they was Jakes was at their ass.
Yeah, Jakes was at their ass. So you went up there, you traveled way across the country, and you converted 0 people. They didn't even want to hear what you were saying. Even though y'all was speaking right things, they didn't even want to hear it.
They basically like Israelite clout chasing.
Yeah. It wasn't I didn't see IUIC, but it was another group at the Pride Parade. What the fuck is you teaching at the Pride Parade for?
Right.
You know?
Right. Yahweh Shai said that for the works that they do to be seen of men. Okay? Bring out Proverbs 1 and 7 first. And then we'll jump down.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verses 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Fools despise wisdom and instruction. And it's very clear in the scriptures where you should be teaching at, man. Okay? Yahweh Shai was from Nazareth, man.
And you got
he didn't teach there.
You got a group with a general that tell you that you're not even supposed to use wisdom. He despised wisdom. When you read Isaiah 33 and 6, it say, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of salvation. And this nigga telling you better not be out here using wisdom.
And Ephesians, the 5th chapter, he told you to walking circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Yep. When we was on Bailey and Kensington, that was like the hood, you know, and that's where we faced the most problems amongst our own people. Niggas was it was like just bad behavior.
And nobody listened.
Hey, Manny Utica was the hood.
Yep.
Yeah, we ended up getting the cops calling us every week. We had to relocate. You know?
That's why the scriptures say, wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets, in the openings of the gates, the chief place of concourse, which their brother's gonna read it, Salakia.
And there's more, you know, I hate to bring it up, but there's more security here, man. There's cameras everywhere. There's cops coming up and down. So if something were to happen, okay, you got all kinds of witness going on. You know?
Yeah, I got a preset. It's Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
Read that again, Bubba Kasha.
He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
That's right, man. And that's pretty self-explanatory. Okay? Walking with these damn fools, man. Listening to these fools with their sunglasses. You know, when's the last time Nate or Johanna been on the streets? They're like dispatchers. Okay? It's all bullshit, man. And these are the same camps that push all that bullshit, all the music videos. Okay? All the glitz and glamour effects. All style instead of substance. Go ahead and Proverbs 1 and I think 18. Yeah, 20.
Book of Proverbs chapter 1 verse 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
Right, the chief place of concourse. Now when you look that up, chief place of concourse is talking about where it's bustling, where there's businesses, okay, where there's all different kinds of groups of people, man. Because you got a lot of Israelites that are going to look like the other nations, okay? And there's going to be a lot more of them coming into this truth in these last days. This ain't like when we first started going out here. Apostle Gabar gave the testimony that back in the day, you had a lot of Israelites that wouldn't even accept the Latino tribes if they didn't look so-called black, man. And Apostle Ramlab, he had to deal with a lot of that shit. Okay? But look, he endured and he flourished. And a lot of those guys that were talking shit to him, looking down on him, looking sideways, most of them ain't even in the truth no more. So you gotta look at it like that, man. The Lord has a way with dealing with salty ass vaginal Israelites, man.
Go ahead, keep going. It's a lot in Proverbs. Keep the spirit flowing.
How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity?
And that's simple. Keep going.
And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called and ye refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
Well, the scriptures say that they're gonna be in Ezekiel 3. Okay, that our people are gonna be stubborn against us, man. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so why would you go in the midst of the heat? Why would you put yourself out there? Okay, if you go out and about, and you know that there's gonna be a big fight or a shooting or something, you should have the sense to get the hell away from that place, man. So why would you go in the middle of the hood where that shit happens all the time? It don't make no sense, okay? These guys are clearly not exercising wisdom.
Yeah, one of these brothers posted Luke 14 and 23. Somebody get that?
Get that.
Let me get this real quick.
Go
This is
ahead.
the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are silent children, and they have no understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
Right.
So,
and if you're going to be around the unfruitful works of darkness, eventually the darkness is going to surround you, man, and get to you. Okay? Not using wisdom. The brother said that, what is it called? Prospect Point? That sounds like a street you're not supposed to be on.
Yeah, going back to what Yeshaya was saying about using wisdom, which we've always been taught, starting with the apostles and elders. A part of using wisdom is knowing where to go and teach the word. You know, you're not going to go where it's dangerous, you know, so to speak. You're going to set up at a spot where it's, you know, you're going to find less trouble. But there's still Jake. Like the scriptures speak about, the chief place of concourse. Most of our camps are near like downtown areas, you know, where you still going to see a lot of Jake. But you have people of the other nations as well, who can be Israelites too. You know, it's all about trying the spirit. So that's a part of using wisdom. You don't have to go in the depths of the hood, so to speak, to teach the word.
Right, you don't need to surround yourself with scorpions.
And also the apostles, one of their testimonies was they did that when they was coming up. And they said they always found the most problems there. You know, so that's just a part of it, man. Just use your damn brain. You know? You don't want to go where you're going to be having fights every week, where you're going to be getting shot at. Remember the one dude from Sakari, something happened, like they got hit by a car or something? Something happened a minute ago, you know, but it's all about where you at. All right, go ahead.
This is Luke 14 and 23.
Yeah, the brother posted it on the comment board, so we're going to read it out the scriptures.
14 and 23. And the Lord said unto the servant,
Here, Proverbs 22 and 3.
Go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. For I say unto you, that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper. And there went great multitudes with him, right? Great multitudes, not a bunch of hoodlums, okay, carrying around guns and sagging their pants. And he turned and said unto them, because that's what kind of people you're going to get if you're going to the hood, into the hood. You're going to get the same type of people, man. You have loudmouth fucking black women. All right, you're going to have hoodlums that are armed, you know.
2/3, that's it.
Yeah,
2/3.
2/3. You're supposed to be light, okay? And if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. And which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether ye have sufficient to finish it? So you need to think things through in this truth. That's part of having wisdom. Lest happily, after he hath laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. Okay, was not able to finish. That's what you're going to look like, man. You're going to look like somebody who's not able to finish when you go out into the hood for a few weeks, and then you got to get chased the hell out of there, man.
You get that in Proverbs, Baba Kushah, from me?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verses 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
Yeah, you foresee the evil, meaning you know where it can come from, you know? You foresee the evil, and that's a part of using wisdom in this truth. You know? So you can avoid getting shot at. So you can avoid all that wickedness that you see. You know?
And the scriptures say, live peaceably with all men if possible.
Yep.
Yes.
So you know, moving wisely, that's part of it. Because if we go into the hoods, we kind of starting something. That's not living peace with men, if possible, to your best strength.
Yep.
That's some Ephesians.
Oh, you keep going?
This is Ephesians 5 and 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words. For because of these things cometh the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience. So that's who the wrath of the Most High is geared towards, man. The children of disobedience. Okay, the 2/3. Be not ye therefore partakers with them, for ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of light.
So that means you got to separate yourselves from, 2/3. You got to be separate. The scriptures say Yahweh Shai chose us out of the world. So you got to separate yourself.
That the world, hey, the world would love its own, but we're not of the world. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. For all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. Whatsoever doth make manifest is light. Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahweh Shai shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly. Circumspectly means what? Look around, pay attention to what's going around you. Not as fools, but as wise. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. And that's another thing, man. We understand that we're living in these crazy evil times, man. Okay? I mean, just think about how it was when we were growing up. It wasn't anywhere near as dangerous to be out on the streets as it is now, man. Okay?
To be wise requires to use wisdom.
What if those brothers in Chicago went out to the meanest streets in Chicago, man? They'd be getting shot at every week. Because that's a hellhole out there, man.
They be out there squabbling and shit every day.
Okay? All kinds of bums probably messing with them.
Well, it's a good thing we know, what to do. So that's the warning, for any of you new brothers that's setting up camps. Don't go to the dangerous parts of the neighborhood and set up camp. All right, you don't need to do that. So we're gonna switch gears, go to 2nd Ezra 16, not 15. We're gonna get into a little bit of heat. Because at the end of the day, we know what to do. The blueprint was laid out for us. So we already know where to go. We know where to go teach. So, if you want to go teach in those areas, you're going to get those results. That's on you.
You're going to reap what you sow.
Yep.
This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry. Your destruction is at hand.
Yeah, because we coming into the times of destruction. All right, we coming into the times where you got to be out here to prophesy that destruction, right? You can't be lukewarm. You got to be on fire for the Lord. Otherwise, you're not gonna be protected from these times that we're reading about.
It says bewail your children, man.
Shalom.
Okay?
Go ahead.
The sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? So once that sword gets sent, all right, there ain't no turning it back, man. Once those doors of mercy are shut, ain't no opening them back up. Okay? There's a lot of scriptures that support predestination. Fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, then what is he that may drive them away?
Yeah, the plagues. The plagues are coming. Just the other day in New York City, you had a bunch of real small bugs. I don't know what kind of bugs they were. Yeah. But they was all over the city.
And in the subway station.
This dude was riding his bike and he just had a whole bunch of them shits in his beard. He was like, I don't know what these is, but he was kind of calm too.
And that was one of the plagues of Egypt.
Yeah, then you had, out west, you had these motherfucking Mormon crickets everywhere. Them shits was all over people's houses, all in the street. And they said they was eating everything.
Yep, and
Eating
you-
green vegetation.
And you know what they was
They
saying?
even said them crickets was eating the dead crickets.
Yep. And people in New York City, they were saying that they was like, this reminds of us of some biblical pestilence.
That's what it was in Egypt. That was a biblical pestilence.
They said they don't know where them insects came from. And they said them shits even down in the subway stations. They even underground.
Yep.
Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? Or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it hath begun to burn?
And a small thing like that is the Lord showing you that when He really do some shit, you can't mess with Him. You know, the Lord is untouchable. Cause nobody knew that was just some little
Came out of nowhere.
bugs flying around.
I remember
That was
years
light
back-
for the Lord.
And they don't got no answers for it.
I remember years ago when we first came in the church, they had Hurricane Sandy, I think it was, that fucked up New York City. And there was people eating out of dumpsters and shit, man. But all the brothers in the camps, they were fine. They didn't have to resort to that because the Lord looked out for them, man. Pastor Tahar saw some brother and he gave him some, I think a can of gas or something, man. So the Lord can make things happen like that if you get caught in an area that's going to receive those plagues and pestilences. Because eventually it's going to be everywhere.
Right.
It ain't just going to be in this city or that city.
And the thing with the men in this truth, we gonna have the patience to ride that wave. Because we was already warned. We was already warned aforetime, and we know what's going on. We know we just gotta have patience.
Yeah, bring this out real quick. Ecclesiastes 12.
That's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verses 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not.
Right, and if you can't see that the evil days are at the doorstep, I mean, they're already pretty much here. Okay? Now is the time to get right with your power. You know?
Get your house in order. The spirit.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, reading, watching the videos, listening to the audio Bibles, you know, when you sleep.
Praying, fasting.
Mm-hmm. I've been listening to the audio Bibles when I sleep, but I've been sleeping like a baby.
And Jake got a habit of running to the Lord when shit get real. You know, I know somebody personally, you know, that's going through that got a serious situation going on, and now all of a sudden they talking about God.
But they're running to a false God.
Yeah. But
Okay.
Jake get holy. Jake get real holy when they in a fucked up situation.
They're running to the Messiah that has leprosy.
Right. Now they want to pray when shit get real, but when they was getting money and doing this, that, and the third and living their best life, they weren't thinking about God.
Well, that's just a hypocrite. That's
Yeah.
all it is. It's not surprising. That's just
And
hypocrisy.
That's what Jake gonna do when these evils come. And the Lord say He gonna laugh at their calamity and He gonna mock when their fear comes, because that's when everybody and their mama go wanna.
And they all gonna be destroyed.
Yeah, they go seek
They
the
all
higher
gonna be
power
destroyed.
then when they can't eat and they fucked up.
Y'all gonna be destroyed.
Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain.
Right, because the day of the Lord is like darkness and gloominess. Okay, keep going.
And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders shall cease, because they are few.
Right. Society, Yahweh Shai said that there shall not be one stone that is not turned upon another. That's the time that we're entering.
And it ain't gonna be no jobs out here. The grinding is gonna cease.
Yep.
There's all you niggas that say you ain't got time for the Lord because you gotta work, you ain't gonna have no fucking job. There was one dude that told me and Gabar that, we told Gabar yesterday, I work 7 days a week. Well, in that day, you ain't gonna have no job and you ain't gonna be eating. You know, and you niggas that fell out the truth, stop speaking to us, man. We gonna say it to your face when we see you too. Don't talk, we don't wanna shake your hand. Stop talking to us, man. All you niggas, man, we gonna stop speaking to y'all, cause y'all, we shouldn't even be speaking to y'all, man.
That's a plague of the mind, man. You've been out the truth for years. The Lord will make you think that you're still involved in it.
fucking niggas, man. Hey, we out here doing the work. All right? We out here doing the work, man. We ain't gonna stop. Second Ezra's got a lot of meat in there, so make sure you read that.
I got it.
It's a whole chapter.
Keep going.
Finish that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty much good on that. This is Second Ezra 16, and I'm gonna start back up at 5. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? Or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
There's gonna be nothing you're gonna be able to do about it. You're gonna have to just deal with it. And if you're on the wrong side of the fence when the plagues hit, that's gonna be bad for you. But if you're on the right side of the fence, you're gonna have protection. You're gonna have guidance. And that's why we want to be on the right side of the fence. You know, a lot of you ran out of patience. You know, you was in the truth because it was cool to be on social media. Maybe being in the truth may have got you a little fake Israelite wife, so it was beneficial to you. You thought it was cool. But then when you see that, oh shit, you know, I gotta do this consistently. I can't do this, I can't do that. I gotta act a certain way. Then it becomes a burden. And you can't fake no more. So you fall out.
And we're always active, man, even amongst the week. We have group chats and that. You know, we do sit-downs.
And constantly thinking about the Lord.
Keep going, Babu Shah.
The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence?
And if you fear the Lord, you're not gonna do certain shit. There's just certain things you're not gonna do when you fear the Lord. No matter how bad your flesh want to do it, you're not gonna indulge in it. You're not gonna engage in it when you fear the Lord. Sometimes your flesh wanna be in the world, have fun. But guess what? If it's the Sabbath, you gotta sit the fuck down. Period. You know, your flesh be hee ha ha, but your spirit be in the back of your mind with an axe. Like, nigga, go ahead and do that. See what happens. You know, you gotta listen to the spirit. Certain things, certain times, you can't indulge in the world, man. That's the fear of the Lord, which a lot of you don't have. All right, go ahead.
The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Yeah, millions and millions degrees of Fahrenheit. That's gonna burn these spirits. That's gonna burn. The scriptures say in 2 Peter, the works of the earth is gonna be burned up, right? So millions, and the Lord is gonna judge people with millions and millions degrees of heat. That's how you're gonna be judged.
And it's going to be amazing because it's going to be sent from one end of the world to the other, and then back and forth again, man.
Yep. And that's the judgment. That's the seventh trump. That's that ultimate judgment. That's gonna burn these people, man. You know?
I'm sure you got Israelites out there that say, well, I ain't in Babylon, so I ain't got to worry about that. No, it says right here, woe be unto you, Babylon and Asia, Egypt and Syria. That means it's going to, hey, Russia probably going to get nuked too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, they is gonna get nuked.
Hell yeah.
But you're gonna have, the scriptures say the whole earth is gonna reel to and fro like a drunkard. So the earth is gonna actually be impacted by the impact from the nukes.
Yeah,
Earthquakes are gonna happen. Volcanoes are gonna erupt.
They're gonna be sinkholes opening up from
Yep,
that. People just falling into the middle of the earth.
Yep.
It's gonna be wild, man.
Because Europe definitely a big target for nukes.
This is back in Second Ezra 16 and I'll read 12 again. The earth quaketh and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss. Get that in Joel. When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again, until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out. I think it's the second chapter. Till it consume the foundation of the earth.
And the scriptures keep mentioning fire, because that fire is the second death that the Lord promised to bring. You know, the first death was water, which was by the way of the flood with our forefather Noah. And this one is going to be with fire. It tells us that this war is going to be with fueling of fire. And Yahweh Shai said in Luke the 12th chapter, he's coming with fire, and what will he if it already be kindled? So it's going to be fire on top of fire on top of
I
fire.
already had it. I read it already.
Yeah, well, I'll just paraphrase it then. The scriptures say that none shall break their ranks, man.
Yep.
Okay, they're all going to hit their target, which is going to show that the Lord has put the spirit on those missiles, man, to make sure that all of them hit their targets, no matter what kind of technology gets developed to try and counter.
And a lot of these missile defense systems, they're not going to work.
They already came out and said it.
Yeah, they ain't going to work. Go ahead.
Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward. And it's spiritual because all these nations are on heightened alert right now. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again.
And they're going to be in the form of many things, you know. The Lord said in Second Ezra, he's going to bring plagues upon Egypt as before. And nowadays, you got a lot more weird insects and bugs, you know.
Yeah, I just seen a video about, they said, I forgot what kind of flies they was. They said it was a new breed of flies overseas in England. They said that the flies bite, they bite through clothing and pierce skin.
Woo! Please.
And it's a plague of them over there, I believe in London.
They're talking about the mosquitoes a lot lately.
Yeah, they said.
Laced with malaria in West Nile.
Yep.
And this is a precept talking about the the missiles and the defense system. It's Joel chapter 2 verse 8. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Because
You just mentioned
yeah,
that.
they did. They just mentioned that because when the missiles is coming down, it's gonna be the missile defense systems. This is gonna shoot other missiles, and the sword is go and those missiles go thrust through that other sword, and should not be wounded. So them missiles is just gonna blow right through them other missiles and continue to go on and hit their path.
Yep. Oh, where was we at? Back?
Yeah, this is Second Ezra 16 and hang on, man, I'm getting rained on here.
I need to get in close.
Oh, move right here.
Oh man, what's up, man? You got it.
Yeah, y'all just get in tight.
This is Second Ezra 16 and 16. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Woe is me! Woe is me! Who will deliver me in those days?
Yeah, the reason Ezra said that is because when he was catching that vision, he was like, damn, you know, it was a lot. You know, so his spirit was like, who's going to deliver me from this? You know? But the answer to that is the Lord. The Lord is going to deliver us from all troubles. The scriptures, the Lord even said it himself. He said he's going to bring the trouble and he's going to be the one that deliver you out of it. So you got the solution to the problem right there. Go ahead. So anybody you got a lot of people that say, well, something will be going on the earth, and they'll be saying that it's Satan, but it's really the Most High. you know. But those are people who lack understanding who believe that.
The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. And Hawashai talked about that in Matthew 24. The beginning of famine and great death. Not just death, but great death. Okay, we always talk about the elites, how they want to drastically reduce the population. Well, the Lord's gonna let that happen.
Well, another cause of it is people not being able to eat. That's gonna be like the number one thing. Because when a person can't eat, they turn into animals. People turn into animals.
And when people can't eat, their immune systems get compromised, and a minor virus or disease could become fatal.
Yep. And that's why the Lord is a precept that goes into that. It says, the ones that don't die of hunger, the sword shall destroy. Because a lot of people are going to die from hunger. You know, a lack of water, a lack of food, starvation. You know, and that's how the Lord is really going to hit these people with no food. You're not going to be able to eat, and they're going to be bugging the hell out, man. And also the scriptures say, my servant shall eat. So the Lord really specifies on that, being able to eat and being able to not eat.
And how important it is to be able to eat.
Yep. Go ahead.
The power go out, that's what we fucked.
This is verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. An amendment means change, man. Now is when you should be changing. If you're an Israelite, now is when you should be getting a wake-up call, man. All right.
And the prophets are constantly going out and teaching, day in and day out, week in and week out. Brothers are on fire. So the Lord is sending the warning. You know, that alarm is steady ringing. You know.
Hey, it's the spirit, man. Last night I was checking the weather and it said that it was supposed to be like absolute storm by this time. But you know, Lord made it to where the rain got delayed just enough to where we come out here, man, and send this message. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
That's another reason why you shouldn't be going to these so-called hot spots, like top shooting and shit. Because it said, read that part again, that last part.
But for all these things, they shall not turn from their
It
wickedness.
say, for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness. So why you amongst the two? The Lord will send, the Lord will have somebody see the video and find out where you at and come to where you at.
Yep.
That one, because it's not going to be a lot of people that get delivered. It's not a large number of people.
Small sanctuaries.
Yeah.
And the scriptures say that Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, but only a 144, and a great multitude is going to be delivered.
And you got plagues and shit going on. The MOTB is all in the news. People still living their life. They don't care. They're not changing. They talk about they want people to stop eating real meat and eat this fake shit. And people not even talking about that.
No, because if a nigga could still get KFC, he good.
Yeah,
You know, this lab growing.
yeah, they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care, so they not gonna care.
You know they're not gonna fucking tell us if
And,
they feeding it.
and then it said the famine and all that shit was gonna come, and it said they
They
still
still
not
not gonna,
they're
yeah.
still not gonna care. We're
So
not in
you-
the famine right now.
Yeah. So
Then they're going to turn to animals.
and that further proves, like you said, that makes your point even greater. It says from all these things, they not gonna turn from their wickedness after a famine, after a plague. So by you setting up your camp in the hood, and it ain't even a famine yet, hey, niggas is gonna be niggas.
Yeah, just like you talked about earlier, the dude that almost got his ass whooped. Like he was gonna say, hey, a nice car, but you need to leave that like
Yeah.
Look, bitch, get out the car. Like he's gonna kick the bitch out the car
Right.
right there. Like
I got these
You
brothers
right.
said I gotta get away from you. Get out.
you right, get the fuck out the car.
And one more point before we read on. That's why it's important to teach that if you look like an Edomite, you could be an Israelite. Because we don't know what that woman could have been.
Right.
If she was an Edomite, she was an
They
Edomite,
didn't
so
show
be
it.
it. But yeah, we don't know. Because a lot of time, Jake is attracted to so-called Edomite women who into Jake shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So they could be Jakes too.
Right.
You know?
We like the brother said, we didn't see her, man. She could have had a tan and had brown hair and brown eyes.
Give that back in
She could have
we'll
been
bring
from
this out
she
first.
could have been from Italy.
Yeah. Revelation 22:11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. He that is holy, let him be holy still. All right, and that's self-explanatory, man. Just let it be.
Yep.
Where were we back in there?
all these things.
Yeah. 2 Ezra 16 and 20. For all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals.
And that shows you how wicked these people really are. The Lord can do all of this, X, Y, and Z, bring all of this, and you still be wicked. That shows you how dark they are, man.
No humility.
Go ahead.
Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. But just like you said, they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Yeah, you can go to Wendy's and get that $5 biggie bag. Oh, we good. You know? Hey, it's cheap. You know? That's how niggas think. Not knowing that $5 biggie bag is killing your ass. You know?
Then, suddenly storehouse should be found empty.
Yep.
You know?
Or that pack of blunts still 99 cents. You think you in good case. Go ahead.
And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So when your head is up your proverbial ass, all right, these evils are increasing day by day. Fed now came out this weekend. Okay?
People, remember you sent me? People losing their money on Cash App.
About 4th of July.
Yep, people losing their money on Cash App. Go ahead.
For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So if you escape the hunger, man, somebody's probably gonna kill you and take your shit.
And the Lord is telling you how you're gonna die. Many of them upon the earth shall perish from the famine. So you would think that you would want to do something to protect yourself from that, but it's already written. Go ahead.
That's the precept for the day of the Lord.
Yep.
In Amos, the 5th chapter, where it say you got away from a bear and the snake bit you, or
He met a lion,
yeah,
leaned his hand on the wall, and the serpent bit him.
yeah. So if you
No
escape
escape.
the hunger, the sword gonna get you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm good. I got a bunker full of food. We good. But then somebody come and kill you and your family and take your food, destroy you with the sword.
Or they
And
send
so there's
them
no
to-
way out.
Or they send them troops on you,
Or they
man.
send the troops in there.
All right, maybe your family will get turn against it. Who knows?
Yep.
And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down.
That's
So-
Jeremiah 16.
So that means that there's literally going to be dead bodies out in the open. The dead shall be cast out as dung, and no man to comfort them.
Yeah, that's that time where the scripture talk about where it ain't gonna be. You're not gonna have funerals.
Yep.
And all that
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
Where motherfucker die at, that's gonna be their resting place.
Yep.
Alright, it's gonna be bad out here.
Will be dung upon the earth. There shall no man left to till the earth and to sow it. Just talk about what? Your farmers, man. Ain't gonna be nobody say, oh wait, people are starving, I gotta grow these crops.
And they already getting rid of the farmers now.
Yep.
Ain't gonna be no gas to run the tractors.
What they say, down in the southern states, it was I think it was hundreds of gas stations that wasn't working. That was shut down recently.
Hey, they want gas to be illegal.
Yep.
The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, so that one man shall desire to see another, and to hear his voice.
They're going to be in that Will Smith I Am Legend spirit. That nigga was naming mannequins. He ain't had nobody to talk to.
There was actually a study done recently on loneliness. Like they took people who were in solitary confinement, they all go insane. Every one of them.
They be
Yeah,
burned
that's
out.
different. But imagine, that's different. That's it. If if you're in solitary confinement, yeah, that should make you go crazy. Imagine if you in a big ass city and you by yourself with a bunch of dead bodies everywhere. You in the city by yourself.
You hearing shit.
Yeah.
Because the Lord could send apparitions in them days too. You hearing shit, you think you see somebody, but you
Yeah.
don't. Because you dying to see a person, so you might think you see. Was that somebody? Hell
Yeah.
nah, you know? You bugging out. Go ahead.
The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. It's like we said, ain't gonna be nobody to pick the crops or to deliver it to the stores, man. It's gonna be right there where it is. So that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks.
So that even though it may be people in the city, they gonna be hiding.
Yeah.
Not gonna be out in the open, gonna be hiding. Maybe trying to, like that movie The Road, they showed you how they had like certain crews that'll link up and they would just go around just taking shit from people. You know, whatever goods they could find, they would just take it. You know? But then you might be somebody with just you and your kid, like that movie, and you just really just trying to survive.
Yeah.
You know?
And they gonna have them
Look at Eli too.
them robot dogs and shit.
Yep.
And they was talking about AI robot soldiers and shit.
Yep. We was watching iRobot the other day, or the other month at my house, and that movie was in 2004 or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these AI is gonna take over a lot of jobs. In that movie, they showed you the FedEx robot. That nigga was running down the street delivering packages.
Yeah.
That's to Esau. That's that's light.
They had garbage men.
Yeah, garbage men with the robots and shit. When I went in Walmart, this was months ago. They got the fucking. They used to have a nigga on the thing doing the floors. Now it's robotic.
Oh, remember?
Them
I
shits don't-
sent y'all the link for the restaurant. They got in Chicago got the
Yeah.
robot bring you your food.
And robots don't need to sleep.
Nope.
They don't need to take cigarette breaks or coffee breaks.
Yep.
Okay?
So
Well,
AI
you got
AI is
sufficient
real.
battery, they're good.
Yep. Go ahead.
For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. As in an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. Whereas when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Man, just trying to visualize that. You know, you're gonna have people finding these orchards,
Yep.
just looking for leftover berries or something, man.
Yep.
Freaking out because they ain't eating. And it's just a handful, maybe a handful of berries left, or olives. Or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword.
Yeah, what that's read that whole part over. Really, what that's going into is the elect. Read that over.
Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them
Out
that
of the
search their
city.
houses.
Let's talk about out of the city. It's going to be 3 or 4 left of them that search their houses. Who's searching their houses? Esau and them goddamn troops looking for people. Go ahead.
With the sword. And
With the
earth-
sword, with guns. They're going to be searching your houses with guns, taking people out and shit. That martial law. Keep going.
And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. The virgins shall mourn.
Now I'm talking about the berries and shit.
Oh, the
Yeah.
olives and that?
Yeah,
Okay.
when they
Verse
search them.
30. Or as when a vineyard is gathered,
Yeah, if you go into a vineyard and you try to gather up all the grapes, you're not gonna be able to get them all. You might think you got them all, but if somebody else going through, it's gonna be a couple,
gonna be
3 or
some
4 left.
Yeah.
That's talk about the elect that the Lord is protecting. The Lord protecting them. Read that part, whole part again.
For as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard.
Yeah, they gonna be diligently seeking for all the people, them troops, but they not gonna get everybody. And that's our hope that we part of them people that don't get grabbed up. Go ahead.
We'll jump down to 32. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms.
And how important is it gonna be for you to have a man in that day? The feminism shit is gonna go out the window, and all you women, you gonna revert back to your gender. You're not gonna be in that spirit of, oh, I can do this, I can do that by myself. The virgin shall mourn having no bridegrooms. That's men. You gonna mourn because you don't have a man. Go ahead, or a husband.
The women shall mourn, having no husbands.
The woman shall mourn having no husbands. But these women today who have all these liberty, I got my own business, I don't need a man, I make my own money, da da da, right? Well, when all hell is breaking loose, you're gonna want to be a woman,
Yeah.
in her place.
Yeah, cause say the power go out and it's just all hell. When when it's speaking the scriptures, when it say they ain't listen to their princes and they what's that 15, 16, and 19, what they say?
Oh, they shall not regard their kings nor princes.
When people not regarding their kings or princes, people gonna be like, hey, it's only women that live in that house.
Let's go get it.
We up in there.
Let's go get it.
We up in there.
Yep.
Cause what is they gonna do?
Nothing.
All right, a motherfucker might be like, damn, it's a dude that live in that house. You know, you might
Yeah.
not want to, you know what I'm saying?
might be strapped.
Yeah.
Shit, he might fuck you up.
Right.
A lot of women, they act tough, but they're really scared
Yeah.
to walk the streets at night without a man.
Nah, she ain't trying to get in no shit, no, go ahead.
Oh, well, you sent me, Gabar sent me the video the other day. BET weekend.
Going down to France.
These was they
So
dancers?
he's going down the strip.
Yeah, BET weekend. 2 women. They said they made over like 10K, right? These strippers, and they was walking to their apartment, and 2 dudes ran up on them with the mask and just rolled their suitcases away from. They didn't even have to touch them. They just rolled the suitcases away from them
It was all
and just looked at them like, "What you gonna do?"
Yeah.
And then the women just sat there like, "Damn, what they gonna do?"
They did it all nonchalant
Yeah.
and freely.
That was the most commonest robbery I ever seen in my life. Now, if that was 2 dudes, they would have. If that was 4 dudes, 2 dudes trying to take it, they would have been squabbling.
Yeah.
Somebody got killed probably.
You know?
Hey,
But-
even if it was one dude against 2
yeah,
dudes.
yeah. But them women knew they ain't had no chance.
That's like, hey, taking something from a woman is like taking candy from a
Candy
baby.
from a baby.
They
If
were
you're taking something from a man, you better be strapped.
He was looking real shameless after that.
Yep. And that shows you that we're not equal, or not on any level. You know. But this world pushes that bullshit. Go ahead.
That Wonder Woman fucking bullshit. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers.
This nigga Esau make a series called She-Hulk.
Oh.
Here it is. We grew up watching the Incredible Hulk. This big, strong, you know. And then this nigga comes out with a series called She-Hulk. You know?
Let me get this real quick.
Some bullshit, man. Go ahead. Go
This is the
ahead.
book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verses 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another.
And invading one another. People gonna be going in other people's houses. Go ahead.
And they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And in France, they deployed 45,000 police to help basically like calm
You
down
seen the
streets.
videos from that shit?
Yeah. 45K.
It's like
police.
people going to jail a day.
Yes, everything on fire and shit. And it been going down in France for a minute.
It
You don't
has.
hear,
It actually
you don't
has.
hear about that shit on the news though. You hear about some fucking submarine.
Let's switch for me.
They always saying some shit up in France.
Yeah.
Because them people are actually really protesting, stand up. That shit ain't going down in America.
One of y'all wanna?
But that's coming here though.
I'm like down near the bottom of the right page. Make them like verse 30 something.
It's the book of 2 Esdras, chapter 16, verse 34. In the wars, their bridegrooms shall be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Now, hear now these things, and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As when a woman with child in 9 months brings forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, and pains when the child come forth, they are not slack a moment.
And this is the perfect way to compare it. If you I always say, if you ever been in a room with a woman that's about to have a kid, once it gets going, you can't turn it back.
Yeah, and it's only gonna get worse.
Yeah, it gets worse.
Pain's only gonna get worse and worse and worse until that baby comes. But then once the baby comes, it's over.
It's over. Yep.
And that's how it's gonna be when the Lord come back.
Yep.
When the Lord come back, it's over. There ain't gonna be no more pain.
Yeah, they in there asking her, do you want some medication? She take that. The shit don't even work.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
They be screaming for that epidural.
there's nothing you can do.
But once the baby come out, she be good. She be
she
just
good.
chilling.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Happy. It say, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and all those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away.
In other words, we're gonna have to be content, you know, with what we have. When
Yeah.
you're content, you may have shelter, food, and water. And that's really, we're supposed to be content with that anyway on this side.
And it's scriptural. With food and raiment, therefore be content.
And that telling you to be pilgrims upon the earth is telling you to, you're supposed to put all your faith and trust in Yahweh Shai. Because a lot of people was doing a lot of stacking up and shit during the COVID. Like, but you ain't supposed to do that. The Lord gonna make sure you gotta have that faith. If you a pilgrim upon the earth, you can't be carrying a bunch of canned goods and shit around. You can't sit up in your house and hide because they coming to get you.
But what the Lord told the disciples when he went out 2 by 2, he didn't say, make sure y'all stocked up on the access of food and, you know, so you don't get hungry.
Yeah.
He told them not even to bring
Sword.
Yeah, what was it, first?
Yeah, he said.
You said don't even bring no weapon with you.
Or
Yeah,
2 coats.
No, he's talking about don't bring no
He sent
money.
them out,
He said,
yeah.
Don't bring 2 coats. Don't bring an extra pair of shoes.
Yeah.
He said the Lord gonna make sure you get meat every day.
We don't know-
He hasn't
we
let
don't
us
know-
down.
Yeah, we don't know how they was reacting when he said that. They could have been like, damn, like, what we gonna do?
Yeah, that
know?
could have been part of them 70 people that walked away. You know, it say, and he that occupy merchandise as he that have no profit by it. And he that buildeth as he shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as he shall not reap. Also, he that planteth a vineyard as he that shall not gather grapes by it. They that marry as they that shall get no children. They that marry not as the widowers. And therefore they that labor in vain. Yeah, all that labor and shit is all in vain. Everything you have to put your whole trust in the Lord. In that day.
Yep.
All right, you got a lot of people at their jobs. You know, they may be doing construction on buildings and shit, and they're proud of their achievements. All that is vanity, man. Because all that shit gonna be destroyed. any little projects personal projects you may start. Really, it's just to get you through. You know, get the FRNs for now. For now, that's why I say for now.
Hey, so with that, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters were edified. All right, we're gonna get out of here to stop, get out this rain. We're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, and Kakwadash. All right, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. Peace and blessings and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. And Lord willing, we'll see you brothers and sisters next week. Shalom.